Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Okay. Take a deep breath. Okay. Hello. Welcome to Glover Nursery 101 October class, all about trees and shrubs. This is the first class we've ever done this way. It's very exciting and also a little intimidating because it's the first class we've ever done this way. We've both been in a lot of classes though, so that's an advantage. So in case you don't know who I am already, I am Regan Glover. I am the 5th generation of Glovers to be working here at Glover Nursery, and delighted to be part of this fun adventure with Erica, who I will let her introduce herself because she's got a long list of credits and things that I don't remember off the top of my head.
Hi, I'm Erica. I am not a Glover, but I have been here at this nursery for close to 7 years, 7 seasons. So I have a lot of experience here in a lot of different positions. I have a degree in horticulture. I don't know.
Erica's our resident IPM, which is a fun one for me. I always giggle because it stands for Integrated Pest Management Manager, and I just think having a management manager is funny. But she basically takes care of all of our products and makes sure that they are disease-free, pest-free, healthy. Anything we sell, she's looked at and made sure it's good to go before you take it home. She also helps everyone with questions about, growing conditions, basically just a font of knowledge. So we're milking it for this class. So first class, kicking off our year-long series on tree and shrub care. You've already done your first assignment before even watching this video, so you have your little sketch of your yard and some circles around things that maybe shrubs or trees, or maybe know a little bit more and you know exactly what they are. Everyone's coming from a different platform, so we're just going to kind of go with a lot of general information, and then feel free to ask questions in the class or at Erica's office hours, which will be on Wednesdays from 10 until noon here at the nursery. If that doesn't work for your schedule, shoot a message to this private Facebook group page, and we will be happy to schedule another time for you because we're here to help. So we're going to start. This is the official starting pose.
We're off.
And we're off.
And we're off.
And we're off. Okay, Erica. So, Class 1, Session 1, October, fall planting and care. We have 2 topics we're going to cover. Topic 1 is what to do with first season new plantings. And topic 2 is what to do with the trees and shrubs that already exist in your yard. So I will let you start with however you want to start. Do you have a process in your mind of how to go through this already?
Well, I think maybe the first thing we should talk about is the fact that fall is an excellent time for planting, and we have an awful lot of inventory available right now. Fall is by far one of the best times of year that you can possibly plant anything, trees, shrubs, perennials. It gives your plants a lot of cool weather to develop root systems, healthy, extensive root systems through the fall. And then again in the spring, as the ground has thawed, they continue to grow and prepare those plants to get through the hot part of the summer. Fall planting is a really highly recommended practice. It's also a great time to dig and divide perennials if you have any that are in your yard that might be large that need to do that. That would probably be more of a late October, November project, but it's still something that you would do in the fall. And also, if there is a case where you need to move a small, not very well-established tree or shrub, fall would be the best time to dig it and move it. So if you have not accomplished all of your projects for this year, now is a great time to start looking at doing the rest of that before you miss out on too many more months of great root growth.
I do want to quickly interject because one of the things, we're recording this on September 24th, but the class you'll see this publicly, well, in the private group on October 3rd for the first time. Everything behind us will be a different color by then.
Hopefully.
So I think that as we address some of these topics, I think it's important to keep in mind that now is when things change color. Now is when the leaves start falling off. It's all normal for people that don't know that. We get a lot of calls. I don't mean that to sound condescending. We get a lot of calls asking about that. So, and in conjunction with the moving things, if they're not well established yet, if their leaves change color and fall off, that is normal.
It definitely can be normal. It is expected for most plants to do that. There are a few exceptions where you might be able to tell that something really is wrong, and in which case we would like you to contact us so that we can help answer any questions that you have about things that might be wrong, but just general fall color change is to be expected.
So this leads me to one of our topics under, topic 2, but how to tell the difference between a plant that is just going into dormancy for the fall and a plant that is dying.
For me, the easiest way to tell is the color and texture of the leaves, and I don't mean a normal fall color change where a green leaf might turn yellow or orange or red, but if it's turning tan or brown or black and it's crispy or it's wilty, there can be some concern there. So the texture of the leaf, if you go up and you touch those leaves and they are really not a healthy color change, that's something that you could be concerned about. Now, if your tree goes through a normal color change and then those leaves turn brown and crispy and fall off the tree, that's one thing that's most likely completely normal. But if they go straight from green to dead, there could be a concern. Another way to tell if there is an issue is dieback. So if the tips of your branches look like they're becoming brittle, or the drop of the leaves is not a normal pattern, like if you're losing leaves from the outside, or if you're losing a ton of leaves on the inside rather than the outside, that can be an indication of something that's wrong.
Thank you. Okay, so I think you kind of touched base on the benefits to planting this time of year with the rooting power. So this is back to topic 1. So we're just going to review topic 1, first growing season and new plantings.
Mm-hmm.
Benefits of planting this time of year, rooting power. That's true for plants you put in spring too. Any plant that's in the ground right now or in the ground soon is going to be doing that.
Yeah. A lot of times you'll also see new leaves emerging this time of year, which is not necessarily a cause for concern. A lot of trees will put on, there's kind of a term for it called a leafing or a leaf out, and they'll put on 2 or 3 leafings in a year. They usually have 1 leafing in the spring, sometimes 1 in the early part of the summer, late May and into June, and sometimes right about the end of August or beginning of September, you'll see another leafing. And what that does is it creates more surface area for photosynthesis so that the trees and shrubs can produce enough of their carbohydrates and other nutrients that get sent down to the roots to tide those trees over the winter to prepare them for their next spring push. So you might even see new leaves in the cooler temperatures, but that's not anything to be concerned about. The rooting is definitely something that you want to take advantage of. Those additional roots can absorb more nutrients, and you can help those trees and shrubs to be better prepared for spring. If you apply some light nitrogen, some other types of fertilizers and supplements like iron in the fall, and that would better prepare your trees and shrubs for the spring.
So we'll make a list of things that are recommended for this time of year, and we'll put them in with the class just so you're aware of what would be helpful.